I'm glad that we have a lot of university programs. I am concerned that a lot of those university programs now, one of the nice things about the way things were in the beginning is all of us came to this with some other stuff. And I think it's good to have much more serious training and more in-depth training and more intellectually rigorous training, and I still think it's good if people have something else that they bring to the table so that they understand a little bit more the way the world works. Then I would ask something that I think you might ask, which is, don't do this work if you're coming to it because you're not comfortable with conflict. Get clear on your own comfort with conflict. You're not going to be doing people a service if you're trying to resolve a conflict because you're not comfortable with it. You've got to be more comfortable with conflict than they are, if anything. So if you're not, pick an arena where you are, work on it, or don't come to this field, because I think that can be dangerous. And in general, I want people to come who aren't naive. The other thing, this isn't again quite the question you're asking, but it's something I've thought about a lot: is what can you teach people and what can you not teach people? What is something that if I see somebody, I say I could train this person for 10 years, and I'm not going to make any inroads on. Even if I were the world's most brilliant teacher, which certainly I'm not. Well, one thing is, and the more I've watched people struggle, the more interesting it is to me how important this is. I don't think you can teach people to pay attention to multiple levels of interaction at the same time. There are some people who look at this level, and that's what they look at, and they work very well at this level. But in order for us to really help people in conflict, you've got to look at all sorts of different levels at the same time. And maybe there's a way of developing the capacity to help people do that. I haven't found it. And it is something I always look for in people in judging whether they'll be effective. If they can do that, you can teach them teach people how to be good listeners in a sense. You can teach people,
at least give them the mechanics.
Yeah, you can teach people how to frame or how to prepare for meetings, but it's not just deep listening. It is multiple simultaneous levels of attention to the interactional dynamics.